A broken rainbow. Discord continued laughing. Yusei gritted his teeth and said, I activate Drill Warrior's second effect. I can discard one card from my hand and Drill Warrior is removed from the game until my next turn. Finally, I'll set a card face down and end my turn. Drill Warrior again dove into the ground, vanishing from sight. Discord's laughing subsided and he began his turn. First, I'll Gemini summon my Dark Valkyria, he said. A blue aura briefly appeared around the Valkyrie. Gemini summon? What's that? Asked Spike. It says here that Dark Valkyria is a Gemini monster, said Discord. She's treated as a normal monster while she's on the field or in the graveyard. But I can normal summon her while she's on the field to turn her into an effect monster and give her some other abilities. I figured I'd call this a Gemini summon. Makes sense, said Yusei. I guess there is some fun in making sense, said Discord. I activate Dark Valkyria's special new effect. Only once, I can put a spell counter on her. For every spell counter she has, she gains 300 attack points. The green gem in the center of Dark Valkyria's tiara lit up. The point counter appeared next to her and displayed 2100. Battle. Dark Horus, attack Luster Dragon 2. Darkness Flare. Ordered Discord. Black flames tinged with blue danced in the metal dragon's beak. It spat a flashing ball of the dark fire at the emerald dragon. I play the trap scrap iron scarecrow, said Yusei. A scarecrow composed of metal rods, barbed wire, and an old helmet appeared in front of Spike's monster. The dark flare struck the metal scarecrow, but did nothing to harm it and dissipated. My scarecrow negates your attack, and then flips face down so I can use it again later. You'll pay for ruining my fun. Dark Valkyria, attack Yusei directly. The Dark Valkyrie jumped into the air and came down on Yusei fist first. She struck him in the chest and knocked him to the ground before jumping back to Discord's field. Life point count. Yusei, 1900. Yusei! Shouted the ponies and Spike. Twilight remained silent. You okay? Asked Rainbow Dash. Yusei groaned and sat up. Yeah, I'm fine. What about you? He looked up and gasped. More than half of Rainbow Dash's body had been turned to stone. I'm fine, she said. Just hurry up and beat Discord so we can get the elements of harmony back and save Twilight. You don't know that the elements can return her to normal, said Discord. And what would be the point? She's given up on herself. She can't stand the idea that she gave up on all of you without my help. If you really cared about her, you'd leave her alone. How would that prove that we care about her? Demanded Rarity. Discord waved his lion paw at the ponies. All of you remind her of her failure, he said. If you weren't in her life, it would be easier for her to forget about herself and surrender to the darkness. By slipping into darkness, she loses her individuality, and will no longer suffer, just like every pony else in the world of darkness. Well, we're not gonna let that happen, yelled Applejack. Yusei, you show him who's boss. Yeah, Yusei. Go get him, shouted Pinkie Pie. Please? Save Twilight, said Fluttershy timidly. I will, don't worry, said Yusei. You'd better, said Rainbow Dash. Twilight's the glue that holds us together. She's the one who teaches us how to be better friends. It may have been my sonic rain boom that brought us together, but it's Twilight that keeps us together. So who are you truly loyal to, Rainbow Dash? Asked Discord. Hey? What's that mean? Are you loyal to Twilight, your friends, or yourself? I don't follow. Here's what I think you're scared of losing your friends, which is why you're so loyal to them. Twilight is the reason you even have these friends. What would happen if you lost her? Hey, shut up! Snapped Dash. But Discord continued. Look what happened the first time I escaped. After I turned all of you against her, she gave up on you willingly. If she's not around to keep you together, you don't have any friends. It leaves you all alone, poor Whittle Dashy. Shut up! Shut up! Dash shouted. Her eyes were screwed shut, but tears were still escaping. And being alone terrifies you, said Discord with finality. That's why you act so loyal to them. If you don't leave them, they won't leave you. But you know that it doesn't work. Twilight is the only reason they are your friends, and without her, you have nothing. Well, guess what, Rainbow Dash? She's going away forever. She's given up and she'll surrender to the darkness, and she'll be at peace. And you're the most selfish, disloyal pony in existence for wanting to deny her that. Yusei turned around and looked up at Rainbow Dash. Her color had drained away. Dash, listen to me, said Yusei. There's nothing wrong with being afraid of loneliness, but I don't think that's why you stay loyal to your friends. It's not why I stay loyal to mine, it's because I care about them. When my friend Kiryu blamed me for what happened to him and tried to get revenge, I still tried to save him. I didn't do it because I felt guilty, I did, but that wasn't the reason. I did it because he was my friend, and I wanted to save him. No, Discord's right, sniffed Dash. I'm just a selfish pony, who's afraid, and I know it. Rainbow Dash, you are not a selfish pony, said Fluttershy. Remember when you stood up to those bullies for me? That's proof enough that you aren't selfish. No, it's not, said Dash, shaking her head. I did it to boost my ego. I didn't do it for you. Yusei turned back to the Draken Equus. Discord, stop this. They don't deserve what you're doing to them. Don't they though? He replied with a snort. They took away what I loved more than anything, freedom. So I'm taking away their little delusions that they love so much. Twilight is weak and Rainbow Dash's loyalty is a farce. Those are lies that you planted in their heads, roared Spike. Don't get huffy with me, Dragon. Discord roared back. I activate Dark Valkyria's second ability. By removing her spell counter, she can destroy one face-up monster. I will take out your Luster Dragon. Fire away, Valkyria! The light from the green gem faded as a white light appeared between the woman's hands. She threw her palms forward and the light rushed toward the emerald dragon, striking it in the chest and causing it to break like a window. Discord placed 2 cards face down afterward, and ended his turn. My turn, said Spike. Finally! He hissed as he looked at his card. Still holding the new card in his right claw, he pushed a button and flipped up one of his face-down cards. I activate Birthright. This special summons a normal monster from my graveyard in attack mode. Come on back, Luster Dragon 2. Spike's emerald dragon reappeared on the field, roaring as it returned.
Next I activate the quick play spell Adamantine Sword Revival.
Spike continued.
By releasing a dragon-type monster when it's special summoned, I can special summon Diamond Head Dragon to that side of the field. Behold, as one gem gives way to another. The ultimate crystal given the wrath of a dragon. Descend. Diamond Head Dragon.
The size of the dragon was immense. Its wings were wide, its arms rippled with muscles, and its neck was long. Its scales were a pale green. Shards of uncut diamonds grew along its back and tail, and a single jewel jutted out of its forehead. 2 more diamonds curved out of the side of its head like horns. The dragon gave a howling roar. Discord raised his eagle claw to cover his face until the roar had ceased.
Diamond Head Dragon's attack points are 1,000 points higher than the monster I released to summon it,
said Spike. Diamond Head Dragon. Attack 3400. Level 8.
Dark Horus effect activates,
said Discord.
I revive Dark Griffer in defense mode.
The Dark Warrior appeared next to the bird dragon, kneeling with his arms crossed in front of him. Dark Griffer. Defense 1600. Level 4.
Next I activate the Taunt Trap card. Now you'll have no choice but to attack Dark Griffer,
said Discord. Dark Griffer drew his sword and pointed it at Spike. The Dark Grey Warrior laughed and gestured with his hand for Spike to come and get him.
Fine by me,
said Spike.
I play the continuous Trap Dragon's Rage. Now my dragon-type monsters can inflict piercing battle damage for as long as I have this card in play. Piercing battle damage.
Discord repeated.
What's that? It means putting your monsters in defense mode won't protect you from damage.
Spike grinned.
Diamond Head Dragon, attack Dark Griffer with Diamond Dust Cyclone.
The diamond horn atop the dragon's head lit up with a bright white light and a sparkling whirlwind erupted from the jewel. It struck Dark Griffer and destroyed him effortlessly, and then hit Discord, pushing him back a few inches. When the cyclone faded, he growled as a point counter appeared next to him. Life point count. Discord, 1000. Stone slowly crept up Twilight's body. Everything except her neck and head had turned completely to grey rock. Twilight remained silent and grey.
I'd say that you're only hurting her,
said Discord,
but isolation is what Twilight needs, what she deserves. She does not deserve this,
hissed Spike.
She deserves better. She deserves to be with her friends.
Discord chuckled. Spike placed a card face down and passed to Yusei, giving him a nod.
It's my turn now,
said Yusei.
And during my standby phase, Drill Warrior is special summoned back to the field. Then it lets me add Drill Synchron from my graveyard to my hand.
Drill Warrior burst through the stone floor once again. A card slid out of the graveyard slot on Yusei's disc and he placed it in his left hand. Drill Warrior. Defense 2000.
Next, since it's been 2 turns, I can use Reincarnation of Hope to add Junk Synchron to my hand,
said Yusei.
Now I summon Drill Synchron in attack mode. I activate Zero Gravity,
said Spike as Yusei's tuner appeared.
This'll change the battle mode of every monster on the field. So attack mode monsters are switched to defense mode. And defense mode monsters are switched to attack mode.
Finished Yusei. Drill Synchron crossed its thin arms in front of itself while the kneeling Drill Warrior stood up. The dragons on the field crossed their wings in front of their bodies, and Dark Valkyria knelt and crossed her arms in front of her chest. Yusei took a card from his hand and played it.
I equip Drill Synchron with Prevention Star, he said. I can only equip this card to a monster that was changed to defense mode. It lets me pick one of your monsters and stop it from attacking or changing its mode. I target Dark Horus. Counter Trap, Dark Illusion,
said Discord.
This negates the activation of a card or effect that targets a dark monster on my field, and then destroys that card.
Discord laughed as Yusei's equip spell was destroyed.
Oh, but that's not all,
continued the patchwork creature.
When one of my counter traps has activated, I can release Dark Valkyria to special summon Dark Voltanis from my hand.
As the woman vanished, a new creature appeared in her place. Its body seemed to be made of purple crystals and was covered in black armor. Two black, ridged wings floated behind the monster, disconnected from its body. Held in place by bolts of purple lightning between its sharp hands was a long, crooked staff with a single, purple gem at the end. The Dark Angel seemed to stare into Yusei with its single, purple eye. Dark Voltanis. Attack 2800. Level 8.
When Dark Voltanis is summoned this way, it destroys one card on the field,
Discord continued.
Say goodbye to Drill Warrior.
The Dark Angel's staff spun in the air and then flew toward Yusei's monster, striking it in the chest and destroying it before flying back to its owner.
I end my turn,
Yusei said through gritted teeth.
My turn,
sang Discord as he drew his card.
First, I'll switch Dark Horus back to attack mode. Spike, I can finish him off on my next turn,
said Yusei.
But in order to do that, I can't protect Diamond Head Dragon. I understand, Yusei,
said Spike.
Bring it on, Discord. I'm right here.
Diamond Head Dragon. Defense 2800.
With pleasure,
said Discord.
Dark Horus, attack Diamond Head Dragon. Darkness Flare.
Dark Horus spat out a black flare from its beak. It struck the diamond-covered dragon and destroyed it. Rarity cried out in dismay.
And it was such a beautiful dragon too, she said. There's more where that came from, Rarity,
said Spike with a wink.
The real question is, does she really care?
Spike turned back to his opponent.
What's that supposed to mean?
Said the purple dragon.
What did she admire that dragon for? Surely not its wingspan, or the color of its eyes, or its personality.
Discord practically sang the last word.
She wanted the diamonds. So what if I admired the diamonds?
Said Rarity.
The dragon itself was beautiful and I'd never dream of taking beauty away from anything. That's not my point, my dear,
said Discord.
Why do you allow Spike to do so much for you? Because he's a good friend, an absolute gentle dragon, and because he makes getting gems easier,
roared the chimeric creature.
Your thoughts are no secret to me, Rarity. The spirit of generosity you may be, but your flaw isn't in your selfishness, it's that you are manipulative. You give of your excess to keep others around so that you may continue to collect your riches. Your generosity is not who you are, it is a tool that you use to satisfy your true nature. Why, I never,
said Rarity indignantly.
Just like she is the one to stave off Rainbow Dash's loneliness, so too is Twilight the central gear to your puppetry. Without her, you would not have any of these ponies. You wouldn't have your connections in Canterlot. Oh yes, I know all about that, my dear. Frankly, you would have nothing without your so-called friends, so you continue to give them things in the hope of buying their friendship. That's not. I. Discord, you leave her alone,
roared Spike.
You stop it right now or I'll. You'll what, baby dragon?
Discord snapped.
You're no match for me and you know it. Even if you were fully grown, my magic far exceeds your own. I don't care,
said Spike with a snort. Black puffs of smoke shot out of his nostrils. He turned to Rarity and said,
Rarity, you could never buy our friendship because you never needed to. You could be the poorest pony in Equestria and all of us would still love you. And even if every pony else abandoned you, I never would. That's not the point, Spike,
said Rarity, the color slowly draining from her form.
I'm selfish and manipulative. I'm just a puppeteer, pulling strings to get what I want. Friendship is just one of those strings. Big deal,
said Spike.
You deserve everything you have because you worked for it. And all of your friends love you no matter what. But even if it's true that you've been manipulating us, that doesn't have to change anything,
Spike continued.
If you think you've done something wrong, we'll forgive you and forget about it. All we ask in return is that you do the same for yourself. But what about? We love your gifts, Rarity, but it's not why we keep coming back. We keep coming back because we know you care about us. We know that's why you're giving us those gifts in the first place. No matter what Discord says, no matter what ideas he plants in your head, they're not true. You do what you do because you care about your friends, just like we care about you.
Yusei saw the black aura appear around Discord once more. Spike glanced behind him and saw it too. His eyes flashed with a green light.
Not this time, Discord!
He yelled and shot a stream of green fire at him. The flames never reached the Draken Equus, they were blocked by a dark grey barrier. Rarity's color continued to drain from her.
Rarity,
said Spike as he cut off the flames,
you have to forgive yourself. I don't deserve it,
she said.
Then don't do it for yourself,
said Spike.
Do it for your friends. Do it for me.
He tried to reach up and touch her, but she was too far away. Rarity saw the purple dragon reaching for her.
What if? What if I do it again?
She asked.
We'll forgive you again,
Spike replied.
And if it happens again after that, we'll still forgive you. We'll forgive you every single time. Please, Rarity, we don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you.
Tears had begun to water Rarity's grey face. A small, sad smile formed on her lips and the color began to reappear in her coat and mane. Spike flashed her a toothy grin, then turned back to Discord with a smug look on his face.
If you thought I'd let you take Rarity after what you did to my other friends, you were dead wrong, Discord.
He announced.
The seeds have already been planted,
said Discord.
It's only a matter of time before I get both of you. Not on my watch, Discord,
said Yusei.
Then I suppose I'll have to get rid of you,
Discord replied.
Dark Voltanis, obliterate drill synchron. Dark adjudication. Go, scrap iron scarecrow.
shouted Yusei as his trap card flipped up.
Drill Synchron's not going anywhere this turn, Discord. Very well, then. I set a card face down and end my turn. My turn,
said Spike.
I also play a face down and end my turn. Go get him, Yusei. With pleasure,
said Yusei, drawing a card. He glanced at it quickly, but couldn't help but wonder why he received that card.
First I'll summon Junk Synchron to the field in attack mode. Next, Junk Synchron's effect activates. When I normal summon him, I can special summon a level 2 or below monster from my graveyard. Come on back, Tuning Ware.
Discord snapped the fingers of his lion paw and grinned as face down card flipped up.
I'm afraid you won't be synchro summoning with Tuning Ware anytime soon, Yusei. I play Crevice into the different dimension. This trap card lets me declare an attribute and banish 2 monsters from the graveyards with that attribute. So you're declaring the light attribute?
Asked Yusei.
Oh, is that what those little circles are?
Said Discord. Spike slapped his forehead with his palm again.
Very well, then. I declare the light attribute. The only other light monster in the graveyards is my diamond head dragon,
growled Spike.
I hope you know what you're doing, Yusei.
He and Yusei took their monsters from the graveyards, and the cards vanished into a dark storm of a portal that had opened above them.
I did,
said Yusei.
I could have synchro summoned 2 monsters that would have won the game for us. But without Tuning Ware. You have a plan B, though, right?
Asked Spike.
I do,
said Yusei with a nod.
Since I have a tuner on my field, I can special summon Quillbolt Hedgehog from my graveyard, but it's removed from the game when it leaves the field. I assume you discarded it earlier in the duel?
Discord asked.
With Drill Warrior,
Yusei answered.
Now, level 3 Junk Synchron, tune with level 2 Quillbolt Hedgehog. Gathering stars will call upon a new power. Become the path its light shines upon. I synchro summon Junk Warrior.
Yusei's new monster was a tall humanoid wearing purple armor and the same white scarf as Junk Synchron. His eyes were nothing more than red circles that flashed once as it spun around, briefly showing the jets on its back, and threw its right fist forward. It was larger than the left and was adorned with set of metal knuckles.
But that's not the end of it,
said Yusei.
Drill Synchron, tune with Junk Warrior.
His 2 monsters leaped into the air. Drill Synchron vanished and its stars became green rings that encircled the purple warrior.
Here it comes, girls!
Shouted Pinkie Pie.
Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes! Gathering wishes will become a bright new star. You show that no good rustler who's boss.
Cheered Applejack.
Become the path its light shines upon.
Rainbow Dash began to stir. She blinked and looked up as a column of white-green light appeared before her and Yusei.
Synchro summon,
said Yusei as he placed a card on his dual disc.
Take flight, Stardust Dragon.
The thin, white dragon flew out of the light like an arrow, roaring as it did, fully extending its wings and flipping backwards in the air before stopping and striking a fighting stance. Even Fluttershy cheered at the sight of the star-born dragon. Stardust Dragon. Attack 2500. Level 8.
It's magnificent,
said Celestia.
I've never seen a dragon sparkle like that, and I have seen many dragons in my time. It's about to sparkle even more. I equip Stardust Dragon with Silver Wing. Equip Spell Cardinal.
Stardust's wings were coated with silvery light and glittered like a many-faceted gemstone.
I activate Dark Horus effect and revive Dark Valkyria in defense mode,
said Discord.
Battle. Stardust Dragon, attack Dark Valkyria,
ordered Yusei.
Shooting Sonic.
The white dragon reared its head back as it inhaled sparkling white light, and then threw its head forward, spat it out in a clear beam that struck Discord's Dark Valkyria, destroying her. Yusei ended his turn after the attack had finished.
Dark Horus, go get your attack negated by that pesky trap card of Yusei's,
said Discord dismissively. When the metal dragon did nothing, he sighed and ordered it to attack Spike directly. Yusei activated his scrap iron scarecrow, however, and the scrap metal man blocked the black fire.
Now that's done, Dark Voltanis, attack Stardust Dragon with Dark Adjudication.
The Black Angel gripped the staff with its pointed fingers and held the jewel up to its eye. A thin beam of light shot out of its eye and into the jewel on its staff. The purple gem magnified the beam and it sped toward Yusei's dragon, gaining size as it did. Stardust Dragon growled and threw its left wing in front of itself. The purple beam struck it, but slid off like water on glass. When the beam died away, Stardust Dragon was still there, but another small portion of Rainbow Dash had turned to stone.
Let me guess, said Discord, your Silver Wing card keeps Stardust Dragon from being destroyed in a fight. Twice every turn,
Yusei answered.
Then let's work on getting rid of it, shall we? I activate the effect of Dark Nephthys from my hand. If there are at least 3 dark monsters in my graveyard, I can remove 2 of them from play to send Dark Nephthys to the graveyard.
He took Dark Griffer and Armageddon Knight from his graveyard and threw them into the stormy portal that had reappeared above the duel field.
What good will that do?
asked Yusei.
On my next turn, Dark Nephthys will be special summoned to the field. And when it is, it'll destroy 1 spell or trap on the field.
Discord began to laugh.
Neither of you have enough cards to stop me, and Yusei, you can't protect both yourself and Spike. I'm taking one of you down next turn, and when I do, the other will be a snap.
As he said the last word, he snapped the fingers of his lion paw and laughed. Spike flared his nostrils, green flames shooting out of them.
Then I'll just have to counterattack. My turn.
He roared as he drew a card. Life point count. Discord, 1000. Spike, 3000. Yusei, 1600.
For my love,